Howdy partners. Hope everyone's having a glorious start to their 2017. I just recently posted some content about the M4 GTS. Oh my god, I love this Alcantara wheel. The Alcantara in the steering wheel is amazing. I wish you could reach through the screen and feel it, but you can't, so. You've seen the BMW 4 Series. Of course you have.
You know, the Undercover 3 Series with half as many doors.
What's that? Oh, you've also seen the M4. Great. This is good. We're making light speed progress here. Perhaps you've seen the 2016 M4 GTS. If not, it's basically an M4 competition pack that's embarked on an everlasting LSD trip and ended up being tested on in a steroid lab somewhere outside of Cancun after getting lost exiting the resort and having drank too many water-injected pina coladas. Those are things still, right? I don't drink too much. I wouldn't really know. A pina colada sure would sound good right now, though. This car is a piece of art. Most owners won't drive their specific GTS, unfortunately. Why is it such an outstanding vehicle? Well, here's what I really admire about the M4 GTS. It caught me off guard earlier, but this Alcantara interior. If you're a subscriber, or know me personally, you will know I am addicted to Alcantara. Anytime I find a vehicle that has Alcantara, it warms my heart. If I could replace my skin with it, I would. Luckily, that's not really an option. Because even for me, loving Alcantara so much, that would still be kind of weird. Anywho, back on track, not to derail. The Alcantara inserts on the seats and bolstering and everywhere else you find it in the car. Also all over the steering wheel. You can probably tell that's clearly my favorite place to have it. It's everywhere, except for on the roof, which is normally where you would find it. And I am digging every square inch of the sustenance that is enveloping me in this situation. Instead of a pinstripe like almost every other manufacturer does, it's starting to get repetitive, even though people still love it, me included. I'm a sucker for it. Small slanted rectangular cutouts that are exposing the bare nudity of the steering wheel. It's like a wooden color. It's not orange, it's like a tan wooden color. But it matches the wheels and everything else, and at a glance it matches everything with the car. All the orange stuff that you can't change. Number 2. This is going to be a shocker, but the DCT. I honestly like it. This may be a bit controversial for some of you. I'm going to give you some real good lifelong advice. Get over it. This would make sense to have a manual. The Viper only comes in a manual. The 350R only comes in a manual. Drivers' cars, track cars, most of them come in a manual. And aren't they just therapeutic to smash through the gearbox? Yeah, well, the only option here is DCT. You can't get a manual. But I'm not really upset about that. The 7-speed dual clutch transmission that BMW utilizes that you can access from these aluminum paddle shifters or this teardrop shaped gear shift, which I'm not a huge fan of, but the DCT and paddle shifting setup in almost all BMWs, M4, M3, little questionable in the 7 Series and the SUVs. They're a lot slower, but these are totally different. Smooth, racy, quick, responsive, and honestly, they're relieving. They feel good. Just bang, bang, bang. Just tap through them. I'd probably upgrade to larger paddles, but that's a different story for another day. The paddle shift setup in the M4 specifically has to be one of the smoothest paddle shift transmissions I've experienced. And again, like I've stated before, and as you can see in other videos, I've dialed through Lamborghini, Ferrari, Maserati, all different types of automatic transmissions. And they're clunky and not smooth and weird. And listen, BMW just nails it with this DCT. It could be better, of course. It always could be. It's not going to be immediate, but it's pretty darn close. If I were to buy a manual, I'm saving it for something a little bit more invigorating, like 911 or 350R, or well, the Viper's gearbox isn't really fun to go through, but it's very functional and efficient. It's still pretty fun. Number 3, the wheels. 19 inches in the front, 20 in the back. Makes for an aggressive offset. Rule number 1 of genuinely appreciating these wheels. See them in person. As great as they look in pictures, they aren't nearly as flattering or as visually orgasmic as they are in person. You may have to maneuver around from a few different angles because they do look really good from the side when you get a lot of the orange and you just start to see the differentiation in the color because it's so sharp and such a distinct switch. And it's a savory taste. It's definitely an acquired taste. I just wish I could opt to switch up the color instead of orange, maybe to a blue or a purple, or I don't know. God, I said blue or purple. There's probably much better options than that, but you know, hey, the world is your apple. Just not when it comes to choosing the color of the accents on the M4 GTS. Those, they have to be orange. I have a personal preference for customization, so. The exterior. I would bring up the taillights, you know, the whole OLED 3D thing as a point, but I've already discussed that in a recent video. And with that being said, let's just admire the overall exterior of this car. Once you get past the initial possible thought of this being an 18-year-old's modified 4 Series with too much time and money on his hands, and realize that everything in place on this car is for purpose, for function, not for your convenience, but for convenience of efficiency. This car can actually be rather inconvenient for you, really. It's a bit selfish. But doesn't it have every right to be? Number 5. This is going to be an easy one. Resale value. Due to the extremes the 2016 F82 M4 GTS goes to, as far as appearance, cosmetics, factory bolt-ons, and sacrifices of practicality, it's a bold statement. As if locking in one of the 300 of 700 overall worldwide that are being distributed out in the US by specified M dealers below MSRP is difficult enough, you're betting against house odds trying to get one of these anywhere around its $135,000 MSRP. I think it's like a couple grand less than that, but still. Dealer markup is prevalent and not dying anytime soon in the GTS market. Titled examples are listed on eBay for upwards of $170,000, $180,000. But are they selling for that? I believe they will. As much as I disagree with the price and markup, I'm outnumbered by volunteers ready and willing to invest in a car of such stature and support dealer markup. Hope you enjoyed the video, ladies and gents. These aren't necessarily the best details on the vehicle, just what stood out the most for me, preferentially. It's all subjective. There are many positives, even some negatives. Factoring everything I've said, perhaps it will help bring you to a consensus as well. If you want to check out any of these BMWs that I reviewed, swing over to BMW of Turnersville. You can drive on the test track with a BMW specialist, see what you like best, and even buy yourself a car if you mess around too much. They don't limit themselves to new if that's too rich for your blood. There's a diverse inventory here, and there are several other dealerships located within just a minute's walk in the Turnersville Auto Mall. You've got a top-notch certified collision center. You can even stick with the same salesman if you want to. Once you find one you like, you know, boom. Your fear of car salesmen being crazy is coming to an end if you shop here. So check it out. The salesmen here are really awesome. Not even the salesman. Everyone's awesome. The staff. People that shouldn't even have to help you. It's just really like a family atmosphere, you could say. Be sure to drop a comment down below if there's anything you think I missed. If you agree or disagree, let's start a conversation. I'm open to talk, just don't roast me. If you are, that's fine. Go for it. Roast away. If you watch this video till the end, comment down below, I love the M4 GTS. It's your turn to communicate back. Spark the fire. Don't forget to like that thumbs up down below. And follow me on Instagram at Supercars of Philadelphia. Follow me at Twitter at Supercars of PHL. Like the Facebook page, Supercars of Philadelphia. And check me out on Snapchat. Daily snaps. And if you do it soon enough, you'll even see some snaps of this bad boy. That's M_TT Wade. It's my name, but the first A is replaced with an underscore. Have a splendid rest of your day. Or night. I don't really know when you're watching this. Just kidding. I can see you right now. It's a nice haircut you got. Is it new? Whoa, wait. What's that behind you?